Hey, what's up? How is everyone doing today? Hope you guys are doing good. Today I am going to be showing you how to build your own aquarium. And before I start this build tutorial, I'd love it if you guys smash that like button and maybe hit that subscribe button. Anyway, let's get to it. Here are all the materials that you will need for this build. The plot of land you will need is 41 by 41 blocks. So first up, I got some black concrete here, and just starting from this point here, I'm going to go across 21 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then just on the 21st block here, just going to go one above, just going to place one black concrete there. And then from this point, I'm just going to go all the way across to the other end, just till I meet up just there. And then just from this point here, I'm going to go across 20 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm just going to place one black concrete there, so just on either side. And then just from this point, I'm going to build this all the way across until I reach the border just there. And then I'm just going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So that will leave us with a cross, which is going to be a perfect guide for our circle, which is going to be the base of our entire building here. So just at each point of the cross here, with some black concrete again, I'm going to go across 3 blocks, just either side of each end point. So I'm just going to do that for each of these points. So just 3 blocks either side. And then after that, with some more black concrete, from this point I'm going to go across 3. Then I'm going to place another block just one up and across, and then across by 3 again. And I'm just going to mirror that on this side as well. So again, just doing 3 blocks, just like that. So I'm just going to repeat that on each of these points. So once that's all done, you can see we're kind of forming some sort of circle here, but we've still got some gaps to fill in. So once that's done, so just in between kind of like each gap, I'm going to place 2 black concrete just going inwards from each other. And I'm just going to do this for each section. So just bringing this inwards by 2. And then finally, just in the remaining blank areas, I'm just going to go across 4 diagonally, just in between. So once all that's done, that'll give us a nice circle to begin with. And we don't need this cross now, so you can just delete that. The next up, I'm just going to build this whole circle up so it's 5 high in total. So just from this point here, I'm just going to go up by 4. And then I'm just going to build this whole up 4 more blocks. So now we have our whole circle built up here. Now we need to dig down this whole area of land by 5 blocks. So this is probably the longest part of the build, unless you have world edit. And if you do have world edit, I can show you a quick tip to get rid of this land quite quickly, especially if it's a circle, because circles are just awkward in Minecraft. So for any of you guys using world edit, what you can do, what I tend to do with circles, I kind of do them in sections, kind of like large rectangles. So for example, if I go from this point here, just do 1 there. Then if you go to this other section just here, and let's just go 5 blocks down. And then just on this 5th block, let's just set our coordinates there. Then if I just set this to air, that'll get rid of quite a bit of our circle already. So if I just do this in the other direction, so if I go here and then Let's dig down 4, and then on the 5th block, let's select that. And then let's just set that to air as well. So just by doing that will give us some sort of cross, but it will just save a lot of time when destroying all the land in our circle. So once this whole plot of land has been dug down by 5 blocks, next up I've got some blue concrete. And then just along the top layer of this whole circle, I'm just going to build this going all the way around. So just starting from here, I'm just going to place all this blue concrete, just going all the way around the circle. So you should end up with something looking like this. And then we're just going to repeat this process one more time. So we're just going to double it up to make it 2 thick in total. And then next up, with some black stained glass here, just on that inner circle that we just built, I'm just going to use this as a guide to place all of our glass. So I'm just going to place all this black stained glass in a circle going all the way around. So just using that inner circle as a guide. And then I'm just going to build this whole glass circle up so it's 6 high in total. So starting from here, I'm going to go up by 5 blocks. And then I'm just going to go up by 5 all the way around. So now we've got our circular glass window. We can now add our cool blue checkered pattern going all the way around here. So just starting on this block, I'm just going to place 1 blue concrete. And then I'm just going to leave a gap of 1 in between each block. So I'm just going to do this going all the way around, just leaving a gap of 1. And then once the first layer is done, with some more blue concrete, just on top of each gap, I'm just going to do the exact same thing, again just going all the way around. And then I'm just going to repeat this process 2 more times, just so we get checkers going all the way around. So now the checker pattern's all done, let's finish off the roof here. So with some more black concrete, just from this block, I'm just going to go all the way around in another circle. So we're just following kind of on top of the checkered pattern. So just using that as a guide. So we're just building out 1 on the glass. So I'm just going to do this all the way around. And then once the circle's been built, I'm just going to build this out by another one, just going all the way around. So it should line up with the bottom that we built earlier on. And then after that, I'm just going to place one more block just here. And then I'm just going to go up by one more just on the outer edge. And then with some blue concrete just on top of each glass block, I'm just going to place this going all the way around. The next up, I got some stone here, and then I'm just going to place one block just there, and then another stone block just next to that, just there. And underneath, I'm going to add 2 stone slabs, and I'm also going to add one just on the right side there. Then I'm going to add another one just here, and then I'm going to add one more just underneath, and then 2 more slabs just after that as well. And then just on the side of this slab, I'm going to add one more stone slab, then another one underneath, then just one more beside it, just like that. And then just underneath there, with a stone brick stair, I'm just going to add one in this direction, just like this. And then I'm just going to add a button there for the fish's eye. So that will give us a nice little fish logo for our aquarium. So next up, let's get the bottom floor of the aquarium done. So I've got some grey concrete here, and first we need to find the middle of this whole circle. So the way I'm just going to do this, if I come to the top here, just in this middle section, if I just build all the way across, just for a little bit, and then if I do the exact same thing just on this right hand side as well, and if I end up joining here, that will give us our middle point. And then once you've got your middle point here, just on the left hand side, I'm going to build across 11 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I'm just going to build across 11 blocks on each side of this block here. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And again, just doing it on the other 2 sides of the block. And then once that's done, just on each end of this cross here, I'm going to go across 2 blocks either side, just on each point. And then just starting from this point, I'm going to go across 2 blocks, and then just up, and then another 2. I'm just going to do the same concept on this side as well, just going in the other direction, just like that. So I'm just going to do this all the way around. And then once that's done, just in these gaps that we've left, I'm just going to place 2 blocks diagonally in the middle of each gap. And then once that's done, I'm just going to fill in all these areas in the circle. So now we've got our small circle filled in here, we can now fill up the rest of the area with sand. So I'm just going to place all this sand going all the way around. Now all the sand's filled in, we can now start the walls for our pool here. So I've got some blue concrete, and then I'm just going to place all this blue concrete going all the way around, just covering this whole circle. So I'm just going to start here, and I'm just going to build just along this wall, using this wall as a guide. And I'm just going to go all the way around. With some more grey concrete just on the left side of this circle here, I'm just going to build across 5 going all the way up to the end of this wall here. I'm just going to do the exact same thing on the right hand side here as well. Next up, with some black stained glass here. Just starting from this end, I'm going to build up by 3 blocks. And I'm just going to build all the way across this outer edge of this shape that we made. And then I'm just going to build this up so it's 3 high in total. And then once this wall's been built up, I've got some blue concrete here. And just starting from this point, I'm going to place one and go across 4 blocks. Just here. And then from this point, I'm going to follow this circle that we made. So I'm just going to go all the way around, just on top of this. But then when I get to this point, I'm just going to place 2 blocks here. And then I'm going to place 1 just here. And then I'm going to go across 4 again. And then again, I'm just going to follow the rest of the circle all the way around until we meet up with the other end. And then just on the top of this circle with some more blue concrete, I'm going to place 1 block there and then 1 block there. And then just on this side, I'm going to build this all the way across until I reach just the end there. And then just going to build this across to I reach here as well. And I'm just going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So again, just from this point going all the way across to this wall here. And then the same on this side as well. And then next up, with some black concrete, I'm just going to find the middle of this circle again. So I'm just going to build all the way across, just in these 2 directions until we meet with the center point. And then with some more black concrete, I'm just going to build around this point. Just like this, and I'm just going to build this up so it's 4 high in total. And then from this point here, I'm going to go across 4 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the 4th block, I'm going to place 1 black stained glass, and then just 2 either side of it. So I'm just going to do this for each side. So going across 4 blocks, and then just placing 3. And then after that, with some more glass, I'm going to place just 2 blocks coming off of this point here, and then 2 blocks just from this point here. So I'm just going to do that in each section, just going all the way around. And then just in front of this circle here, I'm just going to destroy these 3 blocks, because this is where the entrance is going to be. And then with some more black stained glass, I'm just going to build this circle up so it's 4 high in total. And then next up, with some more of this black stained glass, just in this left side tunnel here, I'm just going to place some on the roof, just on top. I'm just going to do this on the other side here. And this is going to create a cool little tunnel which people can go under, and they can see all of the turtles swimming all over them, which is going to be pretty cool. Next up, I got some more grey concrete here, and now I'm just going to start filling in the floor for our 2nd floor. So starting with this area, I'm just going to delete this little row here, and then with some grey concrete, I'm just going to fill this all the way in. Just till we reach here, and this is going to be a bridge for the entrance. And I'm just going to do the exact same thing on the other side, which will be our exit. And then once those 2 bridges are filled in, I'm just going to fill in this whole circular ring with the rest of the concrete. And then finally, just on these ends, we can destroy this now and then place some more grey concrete just there, just on each side. So now we've got the main structure of the bottom floor done. We can now fill up the whole turtle pool with some water. So in Minecraft, I generally think the best way to fill up pools like this is just doing it layer by layer. Because I see so many people just go from the top down, and it's such an annoying process because the water just never stops running. But this way, at least you can be guaranteed that the water will be still. So I'm just going to do it layer by layer. I'm just going to go all the way around. And then once the first layer is still, I'm just going to repeat the process 3 more times. So what I tend to do, I just go around the outer ring first, and then I'll bring the water in the inner ring, and then the water just seems to meet up. So as you can see, we've still got a bit here where it hasn't exactly met up, but if I just go all the way around, it should find its way. There we are, it should find its way and then fill itself up. Now we've just filled all this water in, I just realised that I made a little mistake. The tunnels on each side are a little bit too tall because I just realised the turtles need to swim over them. So I'm just going to adjust these by 1. So we might plug the inside for a bit. So yeah, so I'm just going to adjust. Let's go inside here. Okay, so I'm just going to adjust this by 1. Just like this. And then I'm just going to make the roof 1 lower. This will be worth it though, because that way the turtles can swim all over. Then I'm just going to adjust it on the other side as well. So I'm just going to make this 1 lower. Alright, so now the tunnels are fixed. Now we can decorate the pool with some cool plants and stuff. I've got some yellow, red and blue coral blocks in. I'm just going to place these randomly at the bottom of the pool. So I'm just going to dot these around. So first, let's see some of the yellow. And I might go in with some red. I might add some blue as well. I'm just going to do this all the way around the pool. Just gonna randomly place these. And then once all the coral blocks are placed, I'm going to use some of these plants as well. So again, I'm just going to randomly dot these all over the pool. And next up, I've got some glowstone here. I'm just going to scatter this on the floor. Just all around the pool. So I'm just going to scatter this. The next up for the staircase. So I've got some quartz slabs here. I'm just going to place 6 just at the bottom here. So I'm just placing this on the side, which is opposite the logo just here. So I'm going to place 6 there, and then I'm also going to place another 2 just alongside it just here. And I'm also going to place 3 just in front. Come around here with some more slabs. I'm just going to place another 6 just going half up. And then on this side I'm just going to go half up again. So I'm just going to keep going around this pillar while going half up with all these slabs. I'm just going to do this until I reach this point just here. And then where there's any gaps, I'm just going to fill in the slabs here. So for example, I've left like a little gap here. We can just fill that in with the slabs. If there's any of these gaps, just like that. We can also fill this gap in as well. And then next up, with some more black stained glass, I'm just going to place 3 just here, and then I'm also going to place 1 more on top of this ring. But I'm actually going to keep these 3 blank because that's where the staircase is going to end. And if we quickly just carry on the staircase, I'm just going to go half up again. We'll have to extend this pillar as well. So we extend this pillar again just by another 2. Just like that. And then with some slabs. So we've gone up by half a one. And then I'm just going to go up by 1 more again. But then here, I'm just going to bring it so it's level here. And I'm just going to add the slabs just on top there. So that's pretty much the staircase done for now for this floor. And then next up, with some black stained glass, I'm just going to build these walls up so they're 4 high in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're just going to build this up, going all the way around. And then after that, with the glass, I'm also going to follow just along this whole border. So just going all the way around. Just following the blue wall. So just using this wall as a guide. And this is going to be our barrier for the upper floor. And then once this wall's built, with some black carpet, I'm just going to place carpet on top. And then for the entrance, starting from this block here, I'm going to go across 3. I'm just going to go another 2 up. And then either side, I'm just going to place some black stained glass panes. And then also with some grey concrete, just filling this gap as well. And I'm going to do this exact same door design on the other side. And then next up, for the entrance barrier, so I've got some birch gates. I'm just going to place 2 just here. And then with some black concrete, I'm just going to place 3 just here. And then just 2 along. And then I'm going to place 1 stone slab. And then I'm just going to add a birch trapdoor just behind that. And then I'm just going to add a stair as well. And then I'm just going to add a paint in there for a laptop. And then just moving down to the bottom floor quickly. For a bit of extra light, I've got some glowstone. And then I'm just going to go all the way around this circle. And then I'm just going to go around it with some blue carpet. And then next up, with some more glass, I'm just going to up this by 1 layer. Just going all the way around. Just in this section, I'm just going to bring this out by 1. But yeah, just carrying on, just going all the way around, filling this in. And then next up, with some blue concrete, I'm going to fill in this entire ring with all of this concrete. So I'm just going to fill in this whole area with the concrete. So now we've got this all filled in, it's time to add some extra lighting. So with some sea lanterns, I'm just going to place these in a ring all the way around here. I'm going to leave a gap of 6 in between them. So I'm just going to place 1 here. First, I'm just going to go in each corner here. So I just place 4. Just like this. And then I'm just going to count 6 blocks between each of them. So I'm just going to do this going all the way around. And then once I've done these sea lanterns, I've also got to place some in the ceiling as well. So just from this point, I'm just going to go across 2 and then place 1. And again, just from this point across 2 and place 1. And then just underneath each sea lantern, I'm just going to place an iron trapdoor. Next up, I'm just going to extend this staircase so it's a little bit higher. So with some more quartz slabs, I'm just going to place another 4 just going half up. And then another 6. We're going to need to extend the pillar as well. So with some black concrete, just going to build these up by another 3. And with our quartz slabs, just going half up again all the way around. And then I'm just going to fill 3 slabs just here. And then again, I'm just going to fill in any gaps. And then I'm just going to destroy this glass as well. And then replace that with some quartz slabs. And then with some more black stained glass, I'm just going to build this glass wall up so it's 5 high. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to do this all the way around. And then with some black concrete, I'm just going to go over this glass wall. The next up, we're going to start creating these massive tanks for all of our fishes. So with my black concrete, starting from any point, I'm just going to start from here. I'm going to go across 5. And on the 5th block, I'm going to place 1 black concrete there. And either side of this, I'm going to place 3. Just like that. So I'm just going to do this from each side of this circle. So again, just from here, across 5, place 1 block, and then just 3 either side. And then next up, starting from just any of these points, I'm just going to choose this one. So starting from this point, I'm going to go 2 black concrete just there, and then another 2 just down. And I'm just going to do this on the other side. And then on this block, I'm going to place 1 black concrete, and then I'm going to go down by another 2 just to meet up here. So I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, just 1 black concrete just there, and then 2 to join up here. So I'm just going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So starting from this point, I'm going to go across by 2 just here, and then the same on this side, and then I'm just going to join it up in the middle. And then with some blue carpet, just going on around this outer edge, I'm just going to place this just going all the way around. And I'm also going to place this around this wall as well. And then once all the blue carpet's placed with some black carpet, I'm just going to fill in the rest of this area. So next up, we're just going to start dividing all of our tanks. So with some more black concrete, starting from this point to the middle section here, I'm just going to build this all the way across to the end here. So I'm just going to do this for each little corner here. And then just for all of these points, I'm just going to, from this point, I'm going to build this 5 high in total. I'm just going to do that for each of these points. And then for these windows with some black stained glass, starting from this point, I'm going to go up by 4. And I'm just going to build this all the way across this whole area, just building up 4 high. And then once all these glass walls have been built up, just on top with some black concrete, just going to top it off, going all the way around. And then just where I've sectioned all these areas off with some black concrete, I'm just going to build these up so there's 6 high in total. And then next up, I'm just going to fill in the floors of each tank here. So I've got some sand. I'm just going to fill in the whole area in each tank. And now all the floors are filled up, we can now fill up each tank with some water. So going by what we've done earlier, again, I'm just going to do this layer by layer. So once all the water's been filled up in these tanks, so there should be 4 blocks high in total, we can now start adding some nice plants and stuff into each tank again. And before I do that, I'm also going to add some kelp to the bottom one, because I kind of forgot to do that earlier. So if I just place some kelp just in the bottom pool, there we are. So again, just in each tank, starting off with the coral blocks, just going to place these randomly. Just going to scatter them. And then once all the blocks are placed, again, I'm just going to randomly place some of these plants as well. And then once all the coral's placed, I'm just going to add some kelp as well. So now all of our tanks are ready, we can start filling them with some fish. So in this first tank, I think I'm going to add some tropical fish. So let's add some in here. So yeah, let's add loads of tropical fish. Yeah. Okay. And then in the next one, I think I'm going to add some puffer fishes. Add loads of them. Okay. And then in this one, let's add some salmons. Why not? Let's add some nice salmons. Let's just hope I don't get any fishermen here, because I might end up with no salmon and they'll be on people's plates. And then finally, in this tank, I'm going to add some squids. And just to stop them despawning, I think we should add a name tag to each of them. So, I don't know, let's call it Dave. Okay. Okay, everyone's Dave. Okay, let's spawn some squids in here. And then if we come down to the first floor just here, I'm also going to add some turtles. And let's also call these Dave. So let's add all of the turtles in our turtle tank. No, Dave. And the cool thing about this is, if we have a trip downstairs, you go down here. If you go, you can see all the turtles swimming underneath, which I think looks quite cool. And if you go under this tunnel, they kind of swim over you. Yeah. And then just one final step with some glowstone, just along this inner ring. I'm just going to place it going all the way around. So I'm probably going to leave like a 4 gap in between, or maybe 3 gap in between the glowstone. Just randomly scatter it all the way around this inner ring. And then once that's done, we can now add the roof. So with some more blue concrete, just where this whole outline is, I'm just going to fill in this whole area for the ceiling. And then once the ceiling's filled in, if we just hop inside, just above this staircase, so firstly, with some more black concrete, let's extend this all the way to the ceiling. And then with some steel lanterns, I'm just going to place 4 going all the way around. And then with an iron trapdoor, just going to place 1 just underneath. So finally, I've got a lectern here, and if I just destroy this block here and then place it down, then if I put an item frame on here with an ink sac, this is just going to be on the information boards, which you can get all the cool information about these animals from. So I've just put an ink sac there just to show it's a squid one, and then I'm just going to add a book and quill. So I'm just going to add all of these boards just for each cage, and oh my god, squid, you glitch. Maybe add our item frame, just add our tropical fish just there, and our book. We'll do the same here. So I'm just doing this all the way around. So again, we've got our puffer fish, add our book, and our sign. And then finally, we've got our salmons as well. So let's add our book and our salmon. Okay. And I'm also going to do this downstairs as well, where the turtles are. So if I just place 1 just here, so add a book, and then a turtle egg just there. Add 1 on this side as well. And then finally, with some stone slabs, I'm just going to fill in this whole area with all of them. And then once all the roof has been filled in, all we've got to do now is finish off some of the outside scenery. So with some smooth stone, just where I made this blue border earlier on, I'm just going to replace this border with all the smooth stone. And then once all that's filled in with smooth stone, just on these inner bits, so just following the circle, and also place some, just going all the way around. So I'm just going to do this for each section. And then just to finish off with some bone meal, just going to add some in these grass areas, just all the way around. And that is it. That is our aquarium all complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this build tutorial, and I'll see you in the next one. So thanks for watching, and have a good day.